We ordered a cowboy.
It's okay, I'm great with kids. Just get me a chair. Hello, boys and girls.
Hey, that's not a cowboy. What's Mr. Spinner doing here? Oh, this is great. My parents trick me like you do, Mr. Spinner.
Oh, God.
This is better. You tell the greatest stories, Mr. Spinner. I gotta get my sister. Tammy!
Sister?
Tammy, this is Mr. Spinner. He tells great stories.
Oh, God. There's two of them. It's okay, Salvador. You can do this.
Can you make me a balloon animal? Make me a butterfly.
Pow! Pow! Make her a butterfly! Pow!
I will not.
Tell us a story! Tell us a story!
Today's story is about a man and his existential crisis around his family.
What's existential?
You're about to see an explanation real soon, Timmy. The bad little boy lost his retainer, and his dad got real mad, and his parents had to dig it out of the garbage.
We've all been there. My dad got real mad when I lost
You
mine.
sure did. Make me a butterfly.
That's why I have to wear this special one that my dad made.
And then the grandfather had to decide whether he was going to help his son with his gambling debt.
What's a debt?
Well, a debt is when you owe something to someone, and even though you tell them you get paid on Friday, they show up on Wednesday, and Mr. Spinner's speculative ventures didn't do so well, and large burly men continue to harass him. I'm going to pay them, but the one with the gold tooth and cattle prod doesn't believe me. He says he's going to light Mr. Spinner up. He keeps tapping like he's got a watch, but I'm pretty sure it's Sharpie on his wrist. I don't even think he knows what day it is.
I don't know what any of that means. Your life sounds sad, Mr. Spinner.
Can you make me a butterfly?
Mr. Spinner!
Make me a butterfly.
Burley!
Spinner!
What's the debt? What's existential?
Hey, Carey. It's in the back, Carey.
None of your business.
Well, here we are at another episode of Now Our Feature Presentation. I'm Josh Sanchez, a sensitive boy.
I'm Carey Williams. I like to buck things with my head.
Speaking of bucking things, four Buckman siblings attempt to raise their children, each in their own different style, and deal with the joys and sorrows that the process brings. That brings us to this movie, which is Parenthood. Excellent. Let's talk about what this movie is.
Released on August 2nd, 1989, with a budget of $20 million, it opened to a weekend of $10.5 million. It opened at number one and went on to gross $126 million worldwide, which is insane for an 80s comedy.
That is a lot.
It's a behemoth of a movie.
That is so much money. In this film, Steve Martin plays a father of several children. In reality, Steve Martin did not become a parent until he was 67 years old.
Also blows my mind. I'm tired now. I can't
that was
imagine being
in
67.
2012.
It's
oh
insane.
my gosh, 67. This movie is based on Ron Howard, Brian Glazer, Lowell Gans, and Bubbaloo Mandel's experience as parents. It's crazy. According to Ron Howard in an interview, the scene where Helen discovers nude pictures was actually an incident that happened to Brian Glazer.
That sucks to be
Oh
him.
man, while the movie is set in St. Louis, Missouri, it was primarily filmed in Orlando, Florida.
I never would have guessed.
I never would have guessed that. It's
Nearby you.
Kind of like my stomping grounds in Florida, yeah. During filming, the cast became obsessed with playing the murder game, a game in which one person who is murdered has to find it, who is the murderer has to find a subtle way to kill the other player simply by looking at them without giving themselves away as the murderer. This is very apparent in the dinner scene where everyone is sitting around the table. This is
I didn't notice
I
this.
didn't notice it. When I went back and watched it, I can kind of see that they're doing like some weird like stuff. just thought it was.
I thought they were just
I
acting
just thought it
weird.
was part of the thing.
Tension at the family dinner
just
kind of
but
thing.
it's interesting to know that behind the scenes, that's what they were doing. They were playing the murder game.
We have a Randy Newman song like you do in many 80s and 90s movies. I Love to See You Smile. We also have Pigs and Zen from Jane's Addiction. And Close to You, performed by Rick Moranis himself,
That's
as
fabulous.
he awkwardly belts it out in the classroom to, the awkwardness of the boys, and the girls seem to be impressed with
Oh, they
his,
love it.
bold romantic gesture that he made. But then, last but not least, one of the most noted songs of the soundtrack, the Diarrhea
Diarrhea
song,
song.
performed by Jason Fisher.
Oh my gosh, I remember singing that song.
We have
and
to
its
annoy.
many iterations.
We had to annoy every adult in our life with that song.
Just trying to find other scenarios of diarrhea.
When you're riding in your Chevy and your pants are getting heavy, diarrhea. Diarrhea.
I like the way he said it too. Diarrhea. Diarrhea.
A lot of inflection.
And this is the mom. She's just,
She's smiling.
She's smiling.
The dad's
like, oh my gosh. Steve Martin's like, oh, but Mary Steenburgen. She's just like, okay, he's entertaining himself.
and then he asked, or I can't remember if it's the mom or the dad now. I think it might have been the mom.
Where did you learn this song?
And he goes, it's summer camp. And he goes, well, that was money well spent.
It's amazing. It's so dumb. Several well-known actors were considered for the role of Gil Buckman, including Dan Aykroyd, Michael Keaton, Robin Williams. That's crazy. Tom Hanks. I think Tom Hanks would have been kind of, he's got that kind of vibe to him. Bill Murray. Chevy Chase. I don't think this would have been a Chevy Chase.
I don't see either of them as being that character.
Bill Murray or Chevy Chase. Tom Selleck, Billy Crystal, and Tim Allen. It just would have been weird.
I can't envision anybody but Steve Martin.
Steve Martin was perfect for it. And speaking of Steve Martin, let's talk about the cast. Steve
There
Martin,
he
the
is.
first up. Go ahead.
He is Gil Buckman. And you know him from The Jerk, The Man with Two Brains,
Three Amigos. Oh my gosh. Little Shop of Horrors.
Dentist,
Planes, Trains, and
Automobiles,
Yes.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels,
Oh my gosh. My Blue Heaven. Leap of Faith. Oh, such a good movie.
Bowfinger.
Yep. And that just rounds out the 80s and 90s. And of course, we have Mary Steenburgen pictured here, who plays Karen Buckman. Back to the Future Part 3. Clifford, My Summer Story, Powder, and she was in 30 Rock as well.
Yep.
Show.
You have Diane Wiest, who plays Helen Buckman. She's in Footloose, The Lost Boys, Edward Scissorhands, The Scout,
yes.
The Birdcage. She's amazing.
Yeah, Jason Robards, pictured here, who plays Frank Buckman. He's Max Dugan Returns, Something Wicked This Way Comes, Dream a Little Dream, Quick Change.
Wonder if he saw something he should have
I
seen.
think he saw something we should have seen there. Oh my gosh. The Adventures of Huck Finn, Philadelphia, Little Big League, which is a great movie. Crimson Tide, another great movie, and Magnolia, and then of course.
You have Rick Moranis. He plays Nathan. He's from Strange Brew, Streets of Fire,
Ghostbusters, The Wildlife,
Brewster's Millions, Little Shop of Horrors,
Spaceballs. Oh my gosh. Ghostbusters 2.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kid, My Blue Heaven,
Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. Flintstones,
Little Giants,
and Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. And we have Tom Hulse here, pictured here as Larry Buckman in Animal House, Amadeus, and Frankenstein.
You have Martha Plimpton. We have a Goonie in the house.
Oh yes, the Goonies.
You have her from Josh and Sam, and also the very underappreciated 200 Cigarettes.
Yep, and then we have, of course, Keanu Reeves, who plays Todd Higgins. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Point Break, great movie. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, another great movie. Dracula, Freaked. Speed, another great movie. Johnny Mnemonic, and of course the Matrix trilogies.
You have Harley Jane Kozak, who plays Susan. She's in When Harry Met Sally, Arachnophobia, Necessary Roughness.
And she was also played very minor role in Stargate SG-1, the TV series, as Sarah O'Neill, which is one of my favorite.
One of his favorites.
One of my favorite shows. Yep. And of course we have Dennis Dugan, pictured here. Can't Buy Me Love. She's Having a Baby. Problem Child. Oh, great movie. Happy Gilmore, another great movie. Big Daddy, another great movie. And then Joaquin Phoenix
plays Gary. He's in Space Camp and Ruskies, and we of course included Gladiator, even though it's not in the 2000s. But how are you not going to mention Gladiator for him?
Great, yep, for him. And then we have Eileen Ryan, who plays Marilyn Buckman, Benny and June, and Magnolia. And then
you have Jason Fisher, who plays Kevin. He's in The Witches and Hook, another amazing movie.
Yep. And then we have Allison Porter, who plays Taylor Buckman, I Love You to Death, and in Curly Sue. And then, of course, we have
Ivana Schwan, who plays Patty, and she's also in Problem Child 2, which is another wacky movie from the era.
Now let's talk about the press kit.
Love those covers.
Oh,
They use
such a good one. I can't say enough about how good these are. They're so great.
Oh yeah, and this one's got that. It's a fun cover. They got the kids hanging upside with all the family portraits going around it. Same as the poster and most of the movie covers. This one's got color identifiers, which I'll be honest with you, I'm not exactly sure what a color identifier is in a press kit. Maybe what you have write-ups about the different cast members. This is Jason Robards. You have Mary Steenburgen, the amazing Diane Wiest, the wonderful Rick Moranis, who we're going to have back in showbiz here pretty soon.
Oh,
hopefully.
yeah.
You have Martha Plimpton, whose name took me forever to memorize, but I always knew her and loved her.
Great actress.
Keanu Reeves, who's had such a wild evolution in his
career. Yes. Such
Tom-
another great actor.
Tom Hulce, who I always think of from Amadeus. And, of course, you can't forget about the star of the show, Steve Martin.
Steve Martin.
This is a little write-up.
I just think it's wild that he wasn't a dad.
I know. And it's like he pulls perspective for us quite well. So I mean, he's just channeling the stories that they gave him pretty well. We have an about the filmmakers scenario. We have this one's got a lot in it for write-ups. You have production notes. You have an about the cast. Universal was really pushing it. They wanted to hit that 100 million mark. This one's got a breakdown of all the cast on this one. And then this is just a synopsis about This is a synopsis about Ron Howard in the movie itself. We have our picture packet here. Got a little 4 square with several of our actors. You have the main couple here of Steve and Mary. You have some father-son dynamics of the grandpa and the father, and then the father and his son. You have another 4 square here of some of the other kids. Here's one with Rick and Patty. She's a pretty wild character in there. She's definitely smarter than I was at that age. You have Ron and his little fedora here. He's getting fancy during the shoot. We have Diane Wiest and her children. And then we have Jason Robard and his son. And this one also came with a little bonus this time around. We haven't really got one of these aside from the one cell they sent out for Secret of NIMH. This one's got several animations, this one's got several movie cells from the movie. It was a nice little
really
treat
cool
for us to get.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Those are really nice.
It's going to start me down a road of scary collecting again. Got to get more movie cells.
Well, I guess that page that was at the beginning it tells you what is what because it's a reference number for that.
Okay.
For the color frames,
I see.
for each thing. That's
Very
what
cool.
it is. I took out all these
So it's a
numbers
guide
in
for
there.
the cells.
Yeah, to tell you what's going on.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
It's really
Very
cool.
cool.
Very nice. And it came with this little
Protector.
this little protector
page,
thing. It's
not unlike trading card
trading
holder.
cards. That's what it reminded me of. It was
Yeah.
like trading cell holders. It's just you can trade your little cells. Yep.
Very nice. We have a lot of scenes that stick out in this movie because it's there's so many we can only reference our favorites, of course, but like earlier, as we've already sang a little bit of it, you have the Diarrhea Car Song intro after they leave the baseball game where he kind of shows you he's having like a existential crisis talking about his childhood into adulthood. We travel home and sing about diarrhea for a few segments here. And
I think that scene, like, it's the personification. It's like it is what like the 80s and 90s were.
And what kid goofballs we're doing. You know what I mean?
Because
It's like
kids
you pass along something you learn from somebody else.
They weren't stuck to iPads and iPhones and whatever digital device that they were, so they kind of had to entertain themselves at
the annoyance of the parents' time.
It was the diarrhea song. And
we all sang it.
And many other things exactly like that. So that diarrhea song, because I hadn't seen this movie in such a long time, when it came on, and he was singing it, it was like a wave of I was transported
Nostalgia
back.
hit right in the face.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is amazing that they put this in here.
Like you'd always learn some song or joke from another kid. And quite often to be inappropriate, and your parents are just like, "Where'd you learn that from?"
Where'd you learn that from?
Oh
my! Summer camp.
Summer camp. Money well spent.
Money well spent. Oh, I love the vision of the future, the good and the bad. Oh my gosh, it's
valedictorian. When he hits the ball, he becomes valedictorian, super successful.
Yes.
Tells his dad how much he loves and appreciates him.
Oh my gosh.
Then if he doesn't hit the
ball, yes, it's
I'm sorry, not hit. Is it catch?
It's catch the ball.
I'm sorry,
catch
I don't
the
know why
ball.
I said
Yes,
hit.
it's catch the ball.
Then you have he doesn't catch or he catches the ball, he becomes valedictorian, and his dad stands up and gives a little proud wave to the thing after he says he couldn't have done it without his dad, and then if he misses the ball, we have a scene where he's up in a bell tower with a rifle shooting at the campus, and
oh my God.
He shoots the bullhorn out of his hand. He goes, "Nice shooting, son!" He's like, he looks at the guy. You gotta be supportive.
You gotta be supportive. And let's sing. What does he say? Let's sing a song.
Let's sing one of the oldies. And then he starts singing the diarrhea song, and he's.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
It's so well done.
Oh man! And of course the mom picture swap. Oh my gosh! And that actually happened.
And it actually had. It's it's a real life experience that they're sharing
shocking.
for comedy.
That is
and
shocking.
Probably wasn't as funny to them when they had it happen, but they definitely used their pain to give us some joy and entertainment.
Yep. I mean, this movie is literally a roller coaster.
And I love how the grandpa, he first shows the car to his youngest son, and he's like, and he does the whole spiel as he's caressing the side. He's like, the first time I got laid was in a car like this. And then he comes in later with his little grandson, and he says the same thing to the 5-year-old. He's like, the first time I got laid was in a car like this. And the grandson's like, it's good, it's shiny.
It's like, do you not have a filter?
Nope. And I definitely had relatives that were like that. We're like,
oh,
what do you drink? Whiskey? You know what I mean? Like, I'm 8. You know what I mean? It's like, well, you're no fun to hang out with.
Oh, man. And then, of course, the birthday party, Cowboy Gil.
The bath mats tied to his legs.
Gosh. Oh, my gosh. So for a very, very long time, I had remembered that scene.
It's one that always flashes.
Oh, my gosh.
It's the first scene I think of.
Scene, from the part when he comes out of the house with the mats, and he's dressed with the bath mats, and he's like, that moment when he's dressed like the bath mats, with the bath mats, and he comes out, and he's running around, and he's doing the balloon animal. He's like, what is this? On my lower intestine.
Your lower intestine.
And he's like playing with the water guns and doing all that kind of stuff. All the way up until he rides the horse and jumps over the hedge and falls off.
He jumps up and he's like, I'm okay.
I have such a vivid memory of that. That. And I had tried to rewatch a bunch of Steve Martin movies, and I couldn't find where that scene was.
So you forgot what you had seen.
And I had thought maybe I had dreamed this scene. And I was like,
Maybe nobody did tie bath mats to there.
Maybe it wasn't Steve Martin. Maybe it was like a Tom Hanks movie, because I could kind of picture maybe Tom Hanks kind of doing something like that. And I was like, I don't know what it is. And same thing with when he's encouraging his son, and the son shoots the bullhorn at him. He's like, you gotta encourage him. I thought those were two completely separate movies. And then when I rewatched it, I was like, this is the same movie. This is amazing. I love it.
And I have to tag on real quick. The reason that Cowboy Gil even exists is because Cowboy Dan didn't show up. They sent the wrong entertainer. There's a stripper showing up to a children's birthday party.
So, well, can we get a replacement? Well, your replacement's probably across town. By the time
he was beaten.
Oh, that's
because of where he went. They were expecting a stripper, and they attacked the poor cowboy performer.
It's crazy. Oh man, and the Orlando Mystery Funhouse, and
I always assumed it was a Chuck E. Cheese, but when we researched it, I didn't. Yeah, I wasn't aware of Orlando's Mystery Funhouse.
And it's playing bad dudes and talking with the son, and he's of course
And I was always excited anytime they featured a video game in
Oh,
movie,
yes, of
because that
course.
was not commonplace.
Of course. Yeah.
So
So
it's
he's
like,
playing
oh
the
my
video.
God,
Yes,
I
he's,
love video
what's that? Oh,
games.
this is great. Keep showing more of that. And
then-
of course he loses the
Oh
retainer.
my goodness! And
And,
they're digging, and it's actually nasty. They're digging through spaghetti-looking
Yes,
stuff,
yes,
and
yeah.
for some reason, there's hay and pizza sauce in the garbage cans. I still
like,
to this day
what
wonder
kind
about
of
it. They're like,
establishment is this?
he's like using the hay to get
like
the
it's like the
spaghetti
Wild-
sauce off his hands,
it's like the
and then he
Wild
finds. He just finds a random spigot in the alleyway. He's like, "Oh, I can wash my hands in this alleyway for free." And we're like, "Okay."
Oh my gosh, it's like the Wild West. It's like they got horse food and people food in the same trash can. So funny. And of course the to
paper
me,
bags.
I mean the Rick Moranis singing first.
Oh.
Rick Moranis singing when he walks into the classroom. Of course they've been having problems, and he's trying to make it up to her. And she's teaching, and he walks in, and he starts to sing.
And he's got this dead look in his eyes.
gosh.
It's almost like he's like so nervous. He's like, "I just have to do this."
He's nervous, but he's in his I gotta make it up to her, and I love her moment.
Yes.
And it's like, but he's singing, and the part to me that didn't get me is because of course she's like, this isn't gonna help, this isn't gonna fix.
Right.
And of course she
keeps like saying things.
and when he gets closer and closer, they make up whatever. But watching the rest of the people in the classroom, the kids, the students, the boys are horrified.
Oh, yes.
They're going, what is happening? Like, can we have this stop? And the girls, oh my gosh, I love it. The girls are, oh my gosh, I love this. This is so romantic.
My favorite response that she has, though, is like, it's like 2 or 3 responses in. She goes, "We're just trying to keep these kids off of drugs."
We're just trying to keep the kids off of drugs.
like that's his reason for singing or something like that.
Oh
Like,
man, it's terrible. It's terrible. Oh, of course, and the paper bag. Oh, the whole paper
that's a
bag
saga.
The
Oh, my.
saga. Oh my gosh, the paper
he
bag.
just keeps
saga.
coming in and out, and she's like, "Hi, Gary." And I love how like he never changes the way, like he's so monotone about everything. And like as he leaves the one time and she's fighting with with the other child, she's like, "You upset your brother," and he didn't change his behavior in any way.
Anyway, it's so
But then,
funny.
yeah, she finds his bag and
Find his bag, and I mean, you got a bag right there. Where can one get a bag like that?
Well, check this out. Maybe you can find out.
Paper bag. Is there something in your life that needs to be concealed? Paper bag by Carey. Got that one thing you don't want anyone to know about? Paper bag by Carey. Things should be concealed until you need them. Paper bag by Carey. Sometimes things shouldn't be out in the open. Paper bag by Carey. Paper bag. Paper bag. Paper bag by Carey.
Paper Bag by Carey.
Well, that was enlightening. So you got dirty stuff in your bag, don't you?
No.
Okay. Let's talk about some of the great one-liners or some of the great lines in this movie. Of course, Grandma. Oh my gosh.
She's wonderful. Like when we have the lights go out, they're looking for a flashlight, and all of a sudden there's a buzzing sound,
Oh,
and then
man.
and then the lights come back on, and Steve Martin, he's like surprised, but then he thinks it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then the little girl, what's that? You know what I mean? And he goes, and the mom goes, it was an ear cleaner. And the little girl goes, looks kind of big. And the grandma goes, it sure was.
Oh, man.
And she's got some of the great one-liners too, because referring back to our product that we, our advertisers have. She comes in to see what's in the paper bag, and she goes, she needs a man.
She needs a man
and
now.
And then Diane Weiss tells her to get her out of there, and that's the other daughter-in-law's ushering her out the door, and she
one of those men reminded me of your grandfather.
God bless him.
It's so great. It's so fantastic. I'm assuming your favorite character is.
It's Gil.
Gil.
I have to.
It's pretty great. It's pretty great.
Basically, this movie set me up to, this is the chaos that I'm gonna have when I am a parent and I'm an adult, and it's pretty true to life.
My favorite character, and we just talked about it, is Grandma. She's a small part, and they kind of keep passing her around in the family, of course, but. It's like everything that comes out of her mouth.
Oh, yeah. It's
like,
gold.
Oh, my gosh.
Because aside from the joke stuff, she does have, some actual, great advice that is masked as a story.
Yep.
Like the roller coaster scene. She explains how, she says how she likes, some people don't like the roller coaster, but she likes the roller coaster because there's ups and downs and twists, and it keeps it interesting. She said some people like the merry-go-round. She said, not me. I like the roller coaster.
Yep.
And then after she leaves, and Mary's like how wise she is, and Steve Martin's joke about well, she's so wise, and why is she in our neighbor's car?
So great. It's so great. Of course, our favorite actor,
Steve steals the show.
Steve Martin.
He is a maniac in this. So his up and down of emotions and joking with trying to do the best for his kids and overreacting and making it up, and it's pretty great. And he gave me some life lessons to try to be a good dad and maybe a little bit of a maniac at the same time.
So you could say this is probably one of your favorite movies.
It is. This is one of those ones where it made me feel good as a kid, because it made me feel like my family was maybe not so abnormal, because you know what I mean? Up until this, I feel like they portray the family dynamic is more stable and less chaos, and everything's prim and proper. And this one shows there's, like you said, the roller coaster ride. It's like the ups, the downs, maybe some of the kids are maniacs, some of the adults are maniacs, but they all love each other. And it kind of made me feel like, you know what I mean? Oh, okay, maybe my family's not so crazy.
I think this movie was great all around. It's fantastic. All the intricate stories, because there's so many different stories being told at the same time, and it's all one family.
And they all just mesh together.
It's all just meshes together. The daughter and Plimpton and Reeves, their relationship, and then the Carey, and then with all of the pornography stuff that they find, and then all right, what's wrong with him, and then getting Keanu to talk to him.
And that's something where you at first they act like he's just some dirtbag boyfriend, but it's he's got something to offer too.
Yes.
Even though he's a young and experienced goofball, he has kindness.
Yes.
He has value to bring to the family. He's going to be the new generation that helps.
Yep. And then when he comes and talks to the mom and explains things, I've told him to chill out a little bit. You're a little dude, come on, calm down.
I think he alarms her a little bit, because he's like, that is one messed up little dude. And then he explains some private moments from Gary, and she's from recollection.
But just seeing that, and seeing that she needed a male role model type figure to help in this situation.
He stepped up.
He stepped up, and it's amazing that that's what happened. And then when you go to the end of the movie, when because he wants to be, what does he want? He wants to be,
at first he wants to be a drag racer.
Well, no, he wants to do something with painting. Him
and Martha Plimpton agreed that he was going to do the painting business.
Yeah, the painting business.
And his brothers want him to race with them.
And then
he's kind of torn between the two.
Yes, because he wants to do what's right, but he wants to also do what he loves.
He wants to do it, but he also wants to do right by his family.
Yes, and so that whole scenario, and then the end where they're racing, and then of
The
course,
incident.
the incident and the blow up, and everybody in the family that's there is like,
Support.
oh my gosh, like he's alive. And then the promoter comes and says like you gotta come back. You gotta come back. He's like, you didn't win. Like I'm ruined. Like whatever.
Right.
He's something to the fact.
My brother's car.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, like I'm never gonna be able to do this again. And the promoter's like, you coming back next time because the crowd loved it.
And something that stood out to me from that part too was the daughter saying, I can't deal with this, and she didn't want to go, and the mother says, this is marriage, you know what I mean? Get in there, get in there and go with him and take, deal with this.
And of course, when they're throughout the whole movie, the mom, Diane Wiest, she finds somebody, and it's
Gary's science teacher.
Yeah, the science teacher. And it's of course, Gary, he's throughout the whole film,
he wants that male role model.
He wants the role model, but he's also like in conflict with her.
Yes.
And it's like in the back of its head, it's like he even says it because when Plimpton and Reeves, when they have the fight and she runs away, he says it out loud what he's feeling. Like all the women in this family
make all the men leave.
Yes. And it's like when they're at the racetrack and they're walking, he is encouraging the mom to stay with him because he's a nice man, and you need someone to be nice to you. You deserve, and that moment.
I think he came to realize his dad was the crappy person, not his mom.
Not his mom. And it's like, oh my gosh, the dynamic in this family and the relationships and having a kid.
They all evolve. Even the
evolve.
grandpa, who's like, kind of a D-bag
having to
sometimes.
take care of his son.
He steps up too.
He steps up,
and he admits to Steve Martin that he wasn't a good father.
Yes.
And he goes to Steve Martin for advice.
Because
says,
the role reversal.
You're a good father.
The role reversal. And Steve Martin is like kind of tickled and like almost honored.
He's blown away.
He's like,
he's blown away. It floored him. My dad admitted that he, you know what I mean? Because the dad jokes about being a bad dad. He jokes about, which one of you guys did I get drunk at your wedding? And he's like, all of them, Dad. And then he goes, well, which one did I punch the band leader? That was mine.
That was mine. Oh my gosh, so good. Such good writing, such good directing, and then the cast being able to bring it all together. Just
all-star cast.
All-star cast.
All-star cast.
Exactly. And let's go to the
check out some props.
Prop segment, man. Come on, let's do it. We got a ton of props over here.
Oh, yes. It's not exactly the exact same hat, of course, but for our purposes, this is a makeshift cowboy right here.
Yep.
We have our Cowboy Gill hat. We have our representation of the car that I first got laid in.
That's very appropriate.
We have our lesser.
It's kind of small.
It's a little small. It's not the
scale.
scale.
Not the scale.
We have our paper bag that Gary uses to hide his illicit materials, and we have our illicit materials that they're
man.
perhaps featured somewhere else.
And let's talk about this here. What is this?
This was a promo item that was released for the movie. And it's something that, I like to look up. I basically search for movie promo items from these movies because a lot of them I'm even surprised that they have any because it's not the kind of movie you're used to having a promo item, And when I looked it up, I was like, oh, that's interesting. It is a survival kit, a.k.a. it is a first aid kit because you're going to get bumps and bruises and cuts and scrapes with those little kids. When I ordered it, I was expecting it a full-size, first aid kit, but, it's a promo item, so there's like a couple Band-Aids in there and whatnot. There is actual Band-Aids in there.
So how many of these do you have?
I only have one.
You only have one?
I only have one. I thought about ordering some more, but
okay.
there's only so much space and so many movies that I love, and I gotta make room for other tchotchkes and other beloved items from the 80s and 90s.
So funny. It's great. All great stuff here.
All
great stuff for you guys to look at. Yep. So. Well, I mean, this movie, such a great movie. Again, like I love the story. I love Steve Martin. I love the grandma. Have anything else?
Every family dynamic's wonderful,
yes,
and it's just. It's heartwarming, it's funny, and I can rewatch it over and over. It's just one of those ones, like I said, it's a feel-good movie in a lot of different ways. And, thanks for watching. I hope you come back next time for our feature presentation where Josh and I don't just love 80s and 90s movies, we live them.